sales resistance, right? We always talk about lowering sales resistance in the prospect. When was the last time you tried to lower the resistance that you are entering into your equation that didn't have to do with just a sales script or a talk track? Rare, if ever. This is the stuff that helped me. Welcome to Soulful Sales. My name's Bryce. I help sales reps rewrite their limiting beliefs and create consistent top performing outcomes when developing sales skills and working with your script just isn't working anymore. This is all based on my experience and those of guys I've coached. So I hope this stuff helps, and like and subscribe for more of this type of content. In today's video, I want to talk about one of the biggest limiting belief systems, mental frameworks that I had that caused me not only to perform worse, but to actually put more effort in, work harder to get less. And you'll see what I mean in a second. The biggest one for me I want to talk about today is one that I actually had this on a dog tag that I wore every day for years. And that's, if it's worth it, it won't come easy, right? I'm sure we've all heard that. I owe a lot of credit to this phrase for a lot of the things that I learned that I do view as positives. But here's the funny thing. If you have the right psychological makeup and a few key experiences in your youth or at any point in your life that maybe just really hit home, there is an opportunity to take the wrong lesson and actually start making your life way more difficult than it needs to be. And what it is, this is one that to this day, I still catch myself and I just laugh about just how deeply ingrained into me this loop is. What happens is you say, okay, this is hard. All right, well, therefore it's worth it, right? That means I'm doing good. Right? That means I'm a good person. I'm getting the attaboys. I'm getting the adulation from others. Maybe I am making a little bit extra money. And then you look and you say, wow, all of that goodness, all of this stuff, all these rewards that I want more of happened because it was hard. And what you start doing is you're like, okay, well then I'm going to make everything harder. This is what I did. When you start to realize that you're walking into a sales call, and have you ever had someone that is just a laydown? Like, no, you just can't do anything wrong. And as you get to the close, you're like, this needs to be harder. So you start digging for a reason that they wouldn't buy, or maybe there's some reason that they haven't told you why they're not going to buy yet, because this is just going way too smooth. And there are some times where, hey, that's a good thing to do. Most of the time I found it's because I was the one putting in more resistance, sales resistance, right? We always talk about lowering sales resistance in the prospect. When was the last time you tried to lower the resistance that you are entering into your equation that didn't have to do with just a sales script or a talk track or an option close framework? Rare, if ever. This is the stuff that helped me. So it's so funny to talk about this. Alex Hormozi is the one that I've heard say this, but it's a pretty common thing of like, an epic story requires a big dragon. So what a lot of us do is when we're met with an opportunity that is lucrative, that is, I mean, it's your job, right? I'm not talking about take every opportunity and they'll all make you money. We all know that that doesn't work. But like if you're in your job and a sales call comes up, that's your job, right? That's the dragon you're being called to slay today. If it's a level 4, don't make it a 9 just so that you can feel like you overcame something and did something hard so that you feel like it's more valuable. That was what I was doing for the longest time. And what would happen, and this was the pattern that I noticed, and I've noticed, and there's a lot of guys that do this, is what they do is, especially those guys that they pride themselves on the grind, right? What will happen is you'll see their sales go up and they're doing great. And then it kind of comes up a little bit and then it might peter off here. And what happens around this time is they plummet. This pattern of increment, like big increase, incremental drop off, I did that for the longest time. I was taking everything from it has to be harder, and at a certain point, the Energizer Bunny runs out of gas, right? There is a level to which you can't do more, and you need to start working with yourself as opposed to against your own limiting beliefs to just say, hey, you know what? This is what's coming in. I'm just going to meet it where it's at. So if this is a pattern that you're seeing in your outcomes, DM me I have a free worksheet. It will help you identify your limiting beliefs. So if you want that document, comment below or send me a DM on LinkedIn or Instagram. Look me up, just Bryce Whitaker, and I will send that over to you. I also have a free weekly workshop every Thursday at 2 o'clock Mountain Time, 4 o'clock Eastern. The link to get that ongoing invite is down below in the description. If this video resonated and you are enjoying this content, like the video, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you on the next one.